Evolution of Iron Man. Tony Stark was your average genius billionaire playboy
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
and weapons dealer until he was ambushed and kidnapped by terrorists. Then, with the assistance of his cellmate, he transformed a pile of junk into an iron opportunity. This is the animated version of Iron Man. In the first Iron Man movie, Tony equips himself with a mini arc reactor, which also powers his armor to prevent shrapnel from entering his heart. His initial suit, the massive Mark I, is mostly bulletproof and has a flamethrower and missile launcher to protect against his captors, as well as jet boots capable of one flight to help in his escape. Tony, now free, pledges never to sell guns again and develops the titanium steel Mark II. This suit has the Jarvis AI system, repulsors and unibeam, a heads-up display, and increased flight abilities, but it ices up at high altitudes. This is remedied by adding gold alloy to the Mark III's suit composition. In addition to red coloring, shoulder-mounted weapons, kinetic micro-missiles, and more flares. Stark now meets his erstwhile business partner turned ironmonger in this movie. In Iron Man 2, the brighter, more streamlined Mark IV is briefly worn, as is the Mark V, which changes from a suitcase into a thin-plated red and silver armor that only possesses his basic ornament and is less durable. Because his different arc reactors appear to be poisoning him, Tony produces a new element to fuel his arc reactors using a blueprint from his deceased father. The Mark VI, his next suit, which has silver highlights and a triangular unibeam, is immune to and even energized by electricity, is water resistant, has more grenade launchers, and a single-use laser. In this suit, he battles the nefarious Whiplash. In the Avengers, Tony deploys the pod-shaped Mark VII, which may assemble over Tony in mid-air using metallic bracelets. It's substantially larger and the first suit with its own built-in arc reactor. In addition to thrusters on the back to free his hands while flying, multiple-use lasers, and far more firepower to protect against invading aliens, it's also supposedly capable of traveling through a wormhole and nuking an alien mothership. In Iron Man 3, in an attempt to manage his PTSD, Tony builds many Jarvis-controlled suits referred to as the Iron Legion, including the Mark VIII with enhanced Kevlar for missile defense, the improved Mark IX with an extra jetpack. The Mark X features new flying stabilizers for increased speed. The Mark XI is a stealth suit prototype with a more detailed helmet. The black and gold plated Mark XII has a strong exoskeleton. The sleek Mark XIII is equipped with a strong rectangular arc reactor. The Mark XIV, which is lighter for increased speed. The stealth suit Mark XV camouflages itself slightly using panels that can transition from bright to dark. The Mark XVI has received major enhancements to its camouflage system. The larger Mark XVII with a bigger chest to accommodate a strong unibeam. The equally chest-heavy Mark XVIII, which also has the camouflaging system. The distinctively colored Mark XIX, designed for agility and speed. The Mark XX, in black and gold, is capable of long-distance travel. The all-gold Mark XXI, designed for high-altitude flying. The darker Mark XXII, with flashy red flames, presumably designed as War Machine armor for Tony's buddy, Rhodey. The Mark XXIII, which is sleek and camouflaged and can tolerate tremendous temperatures. The hefty brown and gold Mark XXIV, designed to withstand strong gunfire. The Mark XXV has strong jackhammer arms. The green accented Mark XXVI retains the jackhammers and is resistant to strong elements such as gamma radiation. The gigantic blue Mark 38, capable of lifting big loads. The white and black Mark 39 was designed for space travel. The gray and light blue Mark 40, which can approach Mach 5. And the Mark 41, which can be disassembled and reassembled in mid-flight. In the same film, Tony is able to piece together the mostly gold and lightweight Mark 42 by inserting microchips into his arms. Tony can operate this armor remotely via an AR display headset and inherits numerous talents and qualities from the Iron Legion. This time, Tony fights an angry former geek with the assistance of his multiple armors. Following the fight, he destroys all of his iron suits to show his love for his lover, Pepper Potts, and then eventually receives surgery to remove the shrapnel from his chest, eliminating the need for his own arc reactor. The Avengers Age of Ultron version includes the conventionally colored Mark 43, which has infrared to see through walls and a sentry mode to help Tony while he's not wearing it. It can also be attached to the massive Hulkbuster armor, which comes equipped with a sedative gas sprayer and hydraulic puncher to pacify a raged Hulk. Tony also employs a swarm of new white and blue Iron Legion drones. Finally, the mostly red and smooth-plated Mark 45 is worn. This suit is distinguished by a hexagonal chest piece, and because Jarvis became a humanoid super being, Tony's suit is now managed by the Irish Friday OS. In the Mark 45, Tony assists in the destruction of a horde of wicked sentient robots, which he unintentionally made. In Captain America Civil War, the Mark 46, with numerous accent lights, a trapezoidal chest piece, and the first completely retractable helmet is introduced. Tony pushes for government limits on the Avengers in this film, while Captain America objects, ending in an Iron Cap showdown. While the Mark 46 can study battle patterns, Tony eventually loses and the Avengers split up.
Countermeasures ready.
Let's kick his ass.
He then changes his identity to Tony Stank.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, Tony utilizes the more silver Mark 47, which is outfitted with launchable grappling chains and remote Wi-Fi control to keep an eye on Peter Parker from afar. In Avengers Infinity War, Tony offers Bruce Banner, who is missing the Hulk, the Mark 48, a more streamlined Hulkbuster suit, while Tony is outfitted with a new heart-shaped arc reactor capable of unleashing his sleek nanotech Mark 50. This suit can develop additional wings and weaponry, as well as cannons, shields, and thrusters, allowing him to achieve speeds of exceeding Mach 10, and is completely sealed for spaceflight. It can fire a part of its nanotech and make a suture spray to aid in wound healing. But none of this stopped Thanos from snapping away half of the cosmos. And finally, in Avengers Endgame, Tony is hungry and floating through space until he is rescued and taken back to Earth, where he builds a family with Pepper Potts. He gives his wife the blue and gold Mark 49 rescue armor, which has a displacer pack capable of emitting energy blasts. Meanwhile, Tony assists in the discovery of time travel and wears a gray and crimson quantum realm suit as he travels back in time to assist in the collection of the Infinity Stones, and bids a short hello to his father. His most recent iron suit, the Mark 85, has OG colored thighs and shoulders, as well as the ability to construct force fields and divert lightning attacks. This suit's gauntlets can carry the Infinity Stones he uses to snap Thanos out of existence.
Iron Man.
Forcing Tony to sacrifice his life for humanity's survival, and finally ending the Iron Man MCU saga. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.